What's up, beautiful people? It's Hansel and welcome back to the channel. So I'm very excited to do this video as it's long overdue, my 2025 desk setup. So if you're a day one and you've been on my channel for a while now, you've seen my setup evolve over time, and it's been about 2 years since my last setup video. So again, like I said, long overdue. But with that said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into the video. All right, first, let's get to the elephant in the room. My Samsung Odyssey CRG9 49-inch ultra-wide monitor. So I've had this monitor for, I think over 3 or 4 years now, and it's still holding strong. I don't even think they sell this monitor no more. So in the description, I'll give y'all probably the next big thing or the new model or whatever it might be, but it's gonna be a 49-inch Samsung. But anyway, I had this monitor for the last about 3 or 4 years now, and I love it. It's the perfect monitor for productivity. I'm able to put 3 different screens on there, even more, but 3 comfortably, and it helps with my workflow a ton. And if you have ultra wide, you know, they have those features where you can split the screen and also have multiple devices plugged up. So in my setup, I have 2 computers plugged up to this monitor, and one of them is my work computer, which is a Microsoft Surface laptop. And on the other side, I have a MacBook Pro with the, I forgot what chip it is. I think it was the M4 or something like that. I'll put it right here just to make sure. But I run both of these laptops on this monitor, and sometimes if I need to multitask, I can run both computers at the same time. Then I have some software where I can use one keyboard and mouse to bounce back and forth, so I'm able to do my day job and also check personal emails if I had to. Not saying that I do, but I have that capability, you know what I'm saying, if I wanted to. All right, next up, on top of the monitor, I have a combo of a desk lamp and also a Logitech 4K camera. So the desk lamp, I feel like if you got an ultra wide, really, if you have a desk setup in general, you need a desk lamp because it's gonna be hella dark on your desk if you like working at night or something like that. You're gonna need some light to see your keyboard, unless you got like an RGB one that lights up or whatever, like I got. But anyway, besides the point. And then also on top of the desk lamp, I have my webcam, which is a Logitech 4K webcam, and it works perfectly. You know, I love that webcam. I had that for a while as well, and great combo. Every setup needs a webcam, because at first I used to have my M50 as my webcam, but it works perfectly. It looked great, but it was just too heavy to, and I use my cameras, you know, for like YouTube and other content creation. I don't feel like having to unscrew that, you know, camera off and on every day. So it's good to have a good 4K webcam for like my Teams meetings, work meetings, and also when I work with different brands and having those meetings as well. So definitely got those. All right, so next up, I have a monitor riser from Govee. So I've had this monitor riser for a while now, and people usually use it to, you know, raise their monitors, but I have my monitor on a arm to lift it off the desk. And the reason I got this in place was because I felt like it was just an open space under my monitor. I didn't really have a lot of stuff under there, and then if I did put stuff under there, it kind of looked cluttered. So I really bought it to, well, somewhere to put my MacBook. I also have my iPad in there, so it helps with, you know, clutter, and also fills in that space. It's kind of like that space under the monitor is kind of like an empty wall with no painting on it. So it helped me fill up the space and make my setup initially look better. All right, so right next to the monitor riser, we have the speakers. So these speakers, I've got these off of Amazon as well, and they are perfect for my, definitely a step up from my previous speakers that I had in my previous setup. And I got these in white, and my theme here is pretty much a black and white theme across the board. So of course I had to get the black and white speakers, because when you build a setup, you want to have, if you want to switch it up, if you're cool with just having the same setup forever, that's fine. You can, you know, get married to a color. But when you do a black and white setup, you can change the lighting around to change the vibe, the wallpaper on your monitor computer. And yeah, so that's pretty much going into the theme of the setup as well. But I have these black and white speakers sitting on these speaker stands. All right, so next, so this product, it was something I've been looking for years, and it's my YouTube subscriber counter. So everybody loves to have that subscriber counter, and it's different ones, but this one was very affordable. I don't remember the price, but I put on the screen here, but it was affordable. affordable, got it off Amazon, and every day I come into my office, I see an update on my subscriber count. As of right now, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We almost there, and it'll be greatly appreciated as we continue to grow this channel. But like I said, it's very affordable. It shows me my account, and it also does other things, but I don't care about those other things. I just want to see my sub count every time I came into the office. So yeah, so if you are interested in that, definitely check it out. Link in the description below. So next on the list is my blue snowball microphone that's been on my desk for a while now, sitting on a boom arm that I have attached to the back of the setup. So I've had this mic since the beginning of creating my setup, and you know what they say, if it ain't broke. The only way I change this mic out if I change the vibe of my setup. If, like for example, I'll dive deeper into having a full black setup. That's something I'm looking into, I'm thinking about, but I don't know yet. But if I go down that route, I'll be updating the mic. But this mic, I'm gonna be honest, it's still pretty good. When I do my voiceovers, it's still solid, and you know, I haven't had a reason to buy another mic. And yeah, and it also fits the aesthetic because it's white, so it fits within my black and white setup. And yeah, it's a great mic and still holding strong after all these years. So also, as you can see, I have a PS5 controller, and that's linked to my gaming setup on my right here, but it's mainly there for aesthetic, but also function. So if I need to, like, you know, decompress from a long day of work and I just feel like playing a game, turning on the PS5, I can just grab that real quick, hop on the game, and I'm good to go. So easy access, and it also helps with the aesthetic of the actual setup. So all right, so let's switch over to peripherals. So firstly, the keyboard. So it's the Keychron K2 keyboard, and it has a lot of features, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it has RGB, it lights up, it has those clicks that everybody loves, and I love this keyboard. And it also helps that it's in black and white, fitting with the aesthetic, again, theme of the setup. But I love this keyboard, and it just looks great on the desk, and especially on top of my black mouse pad that it sits on. I also got that on Amazon for fairly cheap, because I know it's other brands that's like $100, $200 for a mouse pad. That's insane, but I'll take one if I got a sponsor. But anyway, yeah, I love that keyboard, and also it's partnered with the Logitech MX Master 3 in black, of course. And I love that mouse. It's pretty easy. How can I explain this? It's a good mouse for the hand. It kind of fits to your hand, and you know, it's just a good mouse. You know, for productivity, it has a lot of different features on the mouse as well to help you with your workflow. And that's pretty much why I got the mouse, really for the color and also some of the extra features that came with the mouse. Not really too deep on the mouse, but yeah, great addition to the setup. So let's move to the desk. So the desk is the iconic combination of an IKEA countertop and also the IKEA Alex drawers combo. So I pretty much got that, and I just didn't sit it on top of the shelves, but I found some standing desk legs on Amazon, drilled those into the countertop, placed the shelves right under, and boom, you have a sit standing desk. And also I have a ton of storage in those drawers as well. And I also got some, you know, organizers for the inside of the drawers to pretty much organize all my stuff, so it's not just a clutter in my desk, because I hate a mess. So I'm very organized, so I like to show that in my setup as well. All right, next I want to go into one of the biggest changes I did in my setup. So I got some black wood wall panels, and they look amazing. And so I got these off Amazon as well. And to be honest, it's an Amazon trend. You might as well say Amazon setup. But anyway, these are some great wall panels, and it also helps with, you know, sound control, because they are wood, and it also has like this fabric under the wood to pretty much dampen sound. So I shoot a lot of videos in my office when I'm not at my studio, so that helps out a ton. So I got it in black, and they just look good. Let's just be honest. And then, as you can see, I also have a Govee light strip also in the wood panels as well. And to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna share something like personal real quick. Like, I always wanted that light strip in the wall, but I didn't know where to go or anything like that. So if you're like me and you wanted to do something similar to that, the link in the description for the wall panels and also the Govee light strip. It fits perfectly into the panels of the wall, and I forgot what it's called, like just the little gaps in in the panels if it's perfect in that. So if you're looking to do a setup similar to this, link in the description. I got you. You don't have to go looking for it no more. Also, if you can see, I have some wall art here, and it's really simple. Probably the only thing I didn't get off Amazon, but pretty much I went on Etsy, found some black and white pictures that I like, or posters that I like. Bought the digital copy, got them printed out by a print shop out here, and then in regards to the frames, well, you know what, I lied. I did get those off Amazon. Thought I went to Michael's for those, but anyway, got those on Amazon. Link in the description as well. But I got some wood frames for them to pretty much bring it back into the entire setup, because that wood pretty much goes back into my desk, and then the black and white actual pictures actually go into the rest of the aesthetic with the black and white, so it all fits together. So great addition to the setup. So real quick, I want to talk about cable management. So anybody that has a setup, cable management is definitely a thing, and at least if you care about your setup, you want it to look aesthetically pleasing, especially if you're putting it on YouTube. So cable management is very much key. I had these cable trays that I put under the setup, and it pretty much holds everything, my cords, my adapters, the power source. It has everything under there stuffed in, and it looks great. Shout out to my guy over at TechSource. I will be doing a submission, so y'all be on the lookout for that, because I definitely want to get that seal of approval, put it on the shelf around here, and yeah. But with that said, cable management is on par. And if y'all got some recommendations of some better ways to store these cables, because I do have, it's not perfect, it's about 90% good, but if y'all got some recommendations, definitely let me know in the comments. And yeah, cable management is key. And if you want these, I'm gonna put these in the description. I'm not sure if they still sell them anymore, because I was trying to buy some more and I couldn't find them. But if I'm not able to find them, I'll put something fairly close in the description for you guys, in case you need some help with your cable management as well. So yeah, let's move forward with the video. So real quick, I want to touch on the lighting. So all my lighting is from Govee, not sponsored, but you know, Govee, if you see this, definitely hit me up. Anyway, I have lights on the back of the monitor, lights on the back of the desk, and I also, like mentioned, I have this Govee light strip in my wall here, and it really adds to the aesthetic of the whole setup. Like, it kind of makes the setup in a way, because even if I change my wallpaper to a totally different color, I can change those lights and change up the whole vibe of the whole room. So like, lights are definitely a great addition to your setup, especially if you like to work at night or edit at night or whatever that you do with your day job or whatever your hobbies are. Definitely want to get some lights added to the setup, because they're just a game changer, or vibe changer, or whatever you want to call it. Invest in some lights if you haven't already in your setup. All right, last but not least, my plants on the side of the desk. So every setup, I feel like, at least for my setup, so last but not least, the plants around my desk. So every setup needs some color, even if you have some black and white or a full black or one color. Green is a great color to add, and perfect to add in fake plants around a space, because me personally, I don't got time to be watering real plants every day and taking care of them. I travel too much, I do too much things, I do a lot of running around. So fake plants are perfect. I also got these on Amazon, staying true to the trend. I'm starting to realize, like, I buy a lot on Amazon. I probably need to think about my finances. But anyway, definitely a great addition to add some color to the space outside of the lighting. All right, y'all, if y'all made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, that's my 2025 desk setup. And it's much more to come on this, because we got more to talk about with this setup. And also, we didn't even touch on my gaming setup. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming out in the next week or two. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And also comment in the comments, comment down below for any suggestions. I'm also continuously growing my setup, evolving my setup. It's a couple things that I've been having for years, like this monitor. I think I might be upgrading the monitor in a little while. So y'all just let me know, what do y'all have in y'all setup? Give me some recommendations on some upgrades for my setup, because I read all my comments, and I love talking to you guys in the comments. It's always a good time. But with that said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Again, we're almost to 1,000. But until next time, people, peace.